Ord Mantell is a planet that's existed in the Star Wars universe since 1980 when Han Solo mentioned it in a throwaway line in The Empire Strikes Back. It had some history and appearances in Star Wars Legends, but its first on-screen appearance was planned for the Clone Wars, until the series was cancelled. But the designs for the planet and its architecture were used for a comic of one of the abandoned arcs, Son of Dathomir, and more recently the planet has played a larger role as the home to Cid's Bar and the Bad Batch, so today I'm gonna run through Ord Mantell's history. Located in the Mid-Rim in the Bright Jewel system, which was named for its blue star, Ord Mantell had at least 15 moons. It was covered in mountains and plains, but had a temperate climate and was home to about 4 billion beings. The population was very diverse, with no single species making up more than 5% of the total. The planet was originally colonized by Corellians about 12,000 years before the time of the rise of the Empire. Back then, Ord Mantell was considered to be part of wild space. It was a prominent planet of its time, but as Republic territory expanded, its importance faded. It remained a trading post for spacers, but also became a haven for smugglers and other small-time criminals. During the High Republic, Nihil marauders traveled to one of the planet's moons named Quansi, which was also known as the junk moon of Ord Mantell. Nihil leader Marchion Ro was able to lure some nearby Jedi into a trap as a distraction while he himself searched for a mysterious relic that he needed in his fight against the Republic. Hundreds of years later, during the Clone Wars, Darth Maul established the Shadow Collective, a group of criminal syndicates working together to seize more power during the chaos of the war. Black Sun was a member, and after Maul's first failed attempt to conquer the planet Mandalore, he retreated to their stronghold on Ord Mantell. But the compound was attacked by Count Dooku, General Grievous, and the Separatists, forcing Maul to flee once again. As the war came to a close and the Empire's reign began, crime still gripped the planet. Zygerian slavers began to rebuild what they lost to the Jedi during the Clone Wars on Ord Mantell until they were stopped by the enhanced clones known as the Bad Batch. As the Rebel Alliance grew over the years, the Empire became concerned that the planet could become sympathetic to their cause, and so they installed more and more stormtroopers among its citizens to keep order. At some point, the rebel smuggler Han Solo did travel to Ord Mantell, where he had a run-in with the bounty hunter Score. And those are all of the planet's major appearances so far in Star Wars. I do want to point out that Score is a Legends character, and yes, he was the bounty hunter that Han claimed to have run into in Empire, but the book, from a certain point of view, The Empire Strikes Back, mentioned Score, so I'm going to assume he's meant to be the same character and is now canon. I always liked Ord Mantell. I'm a big fan of the train level from Shadows of the Empire that takes place there. Depictions of it in Star Wars Legends often show it to be much more of a mess, kind of like its junk moon, but its architecture remains familiar to some scenes, so I'm happy to just believe that like any planet or city, there are some areas that are nicer than others. Maybe all that train business is just at another location on the other side of the planet. But that's it for today. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.